So, when last we left the party, Whisper, Narga, and Spider had just successfully finished a Rathalos hunt, and we're getting ready to carve some materials off of the monster.
Yes.
When Whisper saw a large blue lizard that she knows is called a dodogama in this part of the world slip into the shadows and just disappear as though it was never there to begin with. So to start, could I have Whisper and Narga give me survival checks for what you were able to carve off?
Okay.
3.
Narga,
Really? That's my survival? I thought I had better survival than that. I guess not.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, so you managed to get some things, but you don't have like a full usable hide or anything like that. You do get some Rathalos meat.
Which Narga will go ahead and consume hungrily.
You don't want to wait for my brother to cook that up for you?
He puts one leg away, but is eating the other, like, giant turkey thigh from the Rathlos.
Okay. So, what would the two of you like to do? Spider seems to be very engrossed in checking out his slinger on his arm.
Well, I already made sure that my Odie was okay. So, yeah, I guess go to the area where I saw the, wow, I'm blanking already. What was it that disappeared into the shadows?
Dodogama?
Dodogama. Whoa. Yes, where the Dodogama is, or was before it disappeared.
Okay. You go over there, and it seems to be just like a section of the cave wall. There doesn't seem to be any opening that it could have entered through. At least
Okay.
none that would be big enough for it.
Yeah. Okay. Did anyone else see that go? Anyone else see that disappear?
I don't think so, because Narga's passive perception wouldn't be high enough unless he was directly looking at the
Fair.
creature.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll just remember that that's weird.
Okay. It is starting to get towards nightfall, and you do know that around the corner is a campsite, unless you wanted to try to head back to Astera.
I think it would be good just to head back to Astera, but I'll check with Narga and Spider and see how they feel. You guys want to just head back now, or do you feel like you need a rest for the night before we go back?
This 60-second timer in my window says it's time to go back to Estera.
We are returning to the gathering hub then.
Okay.
That has been selected by all members of the hunt.
Very well. Unless you're rigging some sort of harness, you're going to have to go the long way back with Tiny Odie and your Jaggerus.
That's fine. Eventually, Odie will be big enough to ride properly, but yes, he'll be speedy.
So it is going to take a few hours. In the meantime, we will head back to the gathering hub. Up on the map, we have Jor and... Is it Crix or is it Aminit? You're muted.
You're still muted.
I know. Give me a second. I say "damn it," and then I go to Fitz.
You're just emphasizing it.
It's on it. Where does it still say Crix? I'm gonna fix that. There, I see it now. There you go. Boom.
Get it together.
Well, I decided to name myself after the death cap mushroom. Dang it.
Okay. So up at the gathering
You
hub...
make people shit themselves to death? Okay.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Up at the gathering hub, Jor and Aminit, you are up there. There's tiny tabaxis or palicos running around with food trays on top of their head, delivering it to various hunters. The hunters in this area have ridiculous weapons. Absolutely gigantic weapons and armor made from the various monsters that they have killed. So, would you both please describe your characters and give a very brief rundown as to how you think you came to Astera?
Go for it, Chris.
Right. Sure, make me do it.
Voluntold.
I'm still working, so yes, you're doing it. Every
I'm
second counts.
just a short green goblin who apparently everybody thinks is a Palico. And he's not wearing any armor, just regular clothes, has a cloak on, very shifty. And he's not really sure how he came here. He was traveling, and next thing he knows, he's here.
Sounds about right.
He's been like checking the stars. He doesn't know anything about the stars, but he's seen people check the stars, and it's on the. He doesn't know what's going on.
Okay. Aminet.
I'm on it. Which is a fun slang for I'm on it. Also, I just thought that'd be fun. I'm on it is kind of human looking, but there's definitely something not human that is very difficult to put your finger on. Anyone who knows what a tiefling is or has experienced them before may suspect that he is a tiefling. He is. But he is of the abyssal origins. He is wearing what looks like might be some kind of odd textured leather armor. Something makes you think it's kind of leather, but not. You kind of want to find out, but you don't want to touch it type situation. Anyone with enough high nature would probably find out that it's probably like some kind of weird exotic mushroom that works like leather, because I thought that would be fun. Mostly browns and greens, all layered. If asked why he's here or how he came to be here, he kind of demurely / evasively / is he high says that he's here because Mother sent him.
Okay. Now, the hunters that interact with you, Amonit, if you have horns, they... No horns? Okay.
No, that would be an infernal trait, because devils...
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You do see some of the armor that these people are wearing. Some of them do actually have horns, but they can take off the helmet. It's pretty ornate horns on some of their
Makes
gear.
me feel a little bit more comfortable.
Okay. So you two do seem to be the only ones that kind of stand out. Everyone else seems...
Strangely enough.
Yeah. Everyone else is kind of comfortable. They do refer to Jor as... asks him sometimes where his hunter is.
Jor will just stare at them and be like, look around, like, I don't know. He thinks at this point a hunter is probably a slave.
Other way.
All right. So for the most part, you're not being bothered. Occasionally, one of the palicos will come up and ask if you want anything in their kind of meowing tongue. And at some point, a hunter will walk up there and he's got like this notice in his hands and will hold it up and say, "Hey, anyone interested in a hunt?" And you'll see like a couple other hunters will come over, check it out, and then they leave together.
All right. Well, I'm going to be taking anybody who's walking by with food. I'm going to be taking stuff off of their plates.
Got the munchies.
All right, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check if you're trying to be sneaky about it.
Oh, of course.
Okay. No one seems to notice.
Of course not. I'm pretty good. It's food.
All right. So unless there's anything specific the two of you would like to do or interact with, we will shift back to Whisper and Narga.
I'm good.
All right. So, in your journey back to Astera, you do come across the prints of some of the larger monsters that seem to be moving about.
Okay.
If you choose to, you could interact with them, or it would be fairly easy to avoid them at this point.
Narga is just going to immediately, when he gets to the gathering hub, realize the Meowscaler chef is nowhere around, and will head back down to the actual food place and walk up to him. Like, I brought you some strong ingredients.
Oh, wonderful! And he reaches out his hands and takes this giant leg. Go, I will cook this right up.
You are so strong.
Yes, I am. I mean, working these ovens really does take quite a bit of work. So, what can I get for you? Obviously, it's on the house since you brought, some meat back.
Whatever you think is tasty.
All right, give me a few minutes. I will get something out for you. And so he begins
I
cooking.
am looking forward to it. Anything you cook is magnificent.
Smoke up!
All right. So, Whisper, where do you want to go when you make it back to Astera? You do know that turning in the bounty to either the handler or to the women up in the gathering hub works well for you actually getting the Zenny.
Avoid the handler at all costs forever. So not her. I'll go up to the women at the gathering hub, and turn it in there and maybe see if I can find my hunter anywhere and how she's doing.
So, you receive 500 Zenny for
Okay.
the quest. I know that's actually lower than what they normally dish out for Monster Hunter quests, but it doesn't really make sense to be that high.
Nice.
And looking around, you see a man you've never seen before with kind of weird leather-ish looking armor.
Hmm.
And you see this small, somewhat weird looking palico.
That's weird, hairless, kind of green, right?
Yeah. It doesn't seem like your hunter is around right now.
Okay.
Do you ask about her?
Yeah. I'd ask if anyone knows where she went.
Alright, so the women at the counter will let you know that she actually got off her ass and went out on a Jagras hunt to cheer herself up.
How sober was she when she made this decision?
She was not sober at all.
Do I have time to go after her and catch up?
Possibly.
Yeah, God, it's like babies. I'll go and see if I can catch up and make sure she doesn't get herself completely decimated.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check if you can
Ugh.
find...
That went really well last time, too. I'm properly motivated.
Yes, so leaving Astera, you can make pretty good time. You know that the camp that the Great Jagras is closest to is the southern one, so you're able to pick up her trail.
Okay.
You're able to find her just as the Jagras has headbutted her and sent her flying.
Okay.
She does roll and pick herself up. Now, you just headed off on your own, correct? You didn't grab anyone?
I didn't tell anybody, no. I mean, I probably brought Odie, but he's just always with me.
Right. Alright, I am going to... That is not what I wanted. There it is. Ah! Bad computer. Stop it. Stop it.
Cooperate.
It's on page 61. That was weird. Alright, that is not working. Why is my computer giving me problems today?
It knows.
It does know. Alright, it's doing its thing. Anyhow, so you do see her sent flying. She does pick herself back up and kind of stumbles a little bit and takes, for some reason she's actually using a greatsword right now, which isn't what she normally uses, and like sticks it out towards the great Jagras and says, "You're going to pay for that."
Okay.
All the while, Ominate, Narga, and Jor are like sitting back.
Yep.
Okay. Wanted clarification.
Narga, you probably would have seen Whisper go running out, but she didn't tell you at all what she was doing.
Sorry.
And the Meowscular chef has prepared half of this giant Rathalos leg in a very nice sauce with potatoes
Narga
and
is
things.
digging in. He actually gets the like. It's an unusual feeling for Narga to like start feeling full,
Oh.
but he just starts sniffing the air and goes. Narga smells something demonic. But then like ignores it and starts.
Yeah, priorities.
Okay, so go ahead, Whisper, and roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that tracks.
Good. And again, my first roll, decent roll. Everything else is going to suck. All right. Let's get my kill.
All right, so you are up first.
All right.
The Great Jagras is like rearing back, kind of doing that motion where it looks like it's getting ready to like jump forward.
Yeah. I think I'll start with Thunder Smite, and maybe if that works, follow. Oh, that's melee. Yeah, I'll Thunder. No, yeah. Well, hand crossbow. Let's try and shoot it with my Slayer, I guess.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, that hits.
Yay. For 7.
Okay. Didn't seem to really react much to that.
Okay. Could I Shield of Faith my hunter from bonus action to
Yes.
give her +2 AC if she's getting beat up?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. And should I roll for Odie?
You can have Odie go on your turn, or you
Okay.
can roll for Odie's own initiative.
I'll just have him go after me. That's fine, and he'll run up and try Savage Slash.
Okay.
Which attacks twice.
So,
Oh shit.
Yeah, the 13 misses. The natural 20 definitely hits.
Okay. And so on a critical, it does this, and he gets Deep Gash. The target must exceed a DC 15 con save or take 1d4 bleeding.
All right, con save.
Cool. Yay, Odie! Now that I have him actually made, he'll be useful.
All
Damn
right.
it. Well, still.
All right. Not bleeding out, but definitely injured. It is now the Great Jagras' turn, and will go ahead and lunge forward and attempt to grapple your hunter in its mouth. So it's gonna be...
It's gonna nom him.
And misses. And then we'll also do its claw attack. And also misses. Since the Shield of Faith is going.
Oh, good. It was useful.
Okay, it is now your hunter's turn. And your hunter is going to charge forward and swing the great sword down towards the Great Jagras' head.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
And hits for... I should have said, was that better? For 12 points. Alright, so the Jagras is already looking a little bit bloody. It is still up. It is now back to you.
Okay.
While we continue, is there anything Jor, Narga, or Amanit wants to do while we...
Narga at some point will like motion to the muscular chef. As much as I really enjoy spending more time with you, where did your sister go? She's the only one I know around here.
Well, Whisper probably went after her hunter. I heard her hunter had gone off on her own, and she hasn't been doing great lately.
So then Whisperer went off on her own?
Yes.
Also, do you smell something weirdly demonic?
I smell something kind of weirdly mushroomy. It's not one that I'm used to.
I better go find that. And Narga's gonna start like sniffing the air, trying to find the scent of demon.
Okay. I think you have advantage on investigation checks dealing with smell, correct?
Yeah, but it's a Narga investigation roll.
This is a pretty rock. Wasn't it petrified leavings that very, very first session that he investigated?
So with advantage, a 5, which is better than
The -1.
Yeah. So this gets a little bit awkward. You are slowly finding it, but you end up like sniffing really odd, random places, including a hunter walking by at one point, or you just
and probably a strange hairless green palico.
Yes. Probably at some point, Jor, as you're sitting there, this big knoll, who
you actually know is a knoll.
so you can actually recognize it as knoll, just comes over and like sniffs you.
I'm not in a seat, so I'm under a table.
Even better.
Yeah.
So he's like under the table with me. I'm just eating my food.
Nope,
Looking
that's
at
not
him.
it. And then interesting to see a goblin around here, but he's gonna get.
All right.
You know what I am.
Okay, Whisper. It is your turn again.
Same thing. I'll stick with the crossbow since distance is working out for me, much like in the game. I lied.
Yeah, that misses.
And wait, do I have? I thought I had something else. I do not. Okay, so then that's that. I'll follow up with Odie doing the same savage slash, which I'm realizing now is a bit of a tongue twister. Oh yay, 19 is crit. Ha ha ha.
Okay.
And then it's the same with deep gash for the 15 con save.
All right.
Bleed out, do it.
13. Nope, that is not the right.
Aww.
10.
Yay! Either way. Ha.
So 16 points of bleeding.
1d4. I really wish it was 16. It's 16 points of damage, then an additional d4 of bleeding.
Okay. You want to roll the d4?
Oh, sure. I didn't know if... I don't know why I thought you would do it.
I don't know. Okay, it is now the Jackers's turn, and it is looking quite hurt. It's going to turn tail and run. It's not a very brave creature. It now feels like it's getting beaten up on, so it is going to run away back towards where there's some aptonoths that might be tasty.
Okay. What does my hunter do?
She will go ahead and make a opportunity attack as it runs, and totally whiffs again.
Is Odie close enough to make an opportunity attack too?
Yes.
Yay, he'll do it. Ah, I should find a way to add him to the sheet so I can just click it. Oh well.
And that misses.
Okay.
Okay, so the Great Jagras is running away. Your hunter reeks of alcohol.
Like in the flammable way?
Kind of in a flammable way. Not looking great.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead and turn to you and go, I don't remember taking you on this hunt. Where did you come from?
Just a little bit late, but I heard you went on an adventure and thought I'd check in on you. Are you sure you should be hunting, or should you rest up?
I don't know. I am getting pretty tired.
Why don't we go back and take a nap?
That sounds good. And she kind of leans on your head a little bit
Yeah.
as you two start walking back.
I'll direct Odie to kind of like brace her on the other side too, to lessen the chance of her completely falling.
Mhm.
And yeah, just get us back to the stair as fast as we can.
Okay.
Assuming that I haven't found the demonic residence, when they get back, Narga is going to. Oh, Whisper. I was gonna go follow you, but then I smelled something demonic, and I figured Narga should probably investigate that first. Is this the hunter you were talking about? Looks like they need a drink. Come here. Let's get you a drink.
She's actually about to go to bed. The hunt was a hard one. We're gonna just
Do
put
you
her
want
to
a drink?
sleep.
It seems like.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
As much as I can I try and coerce her? I'll make a charisma save to try and convince her that she should take a nap now, and that drink will definitely still be there for her tomorrow.
Yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay, I'm making a persuasion check to convince her.
Damn you!
Alright, so it's going to be opposed persuasion check.
So, do I roll twice then, or take that?
Alright, so she's listening to Whisper. She's definitely feeling a bit rough and will allow you
Thank God.
to lead her back to her room.
Narga's still distracted by something demonic. Like,
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, I'll just put her to bed as fast as I can, and then try and help Narga. What do you mean demonic smell? What's a demonic thing smell like?
oh, this one is slightly fungal. They all kind of smell different. The standard is kind of a sulfur smell, like bad eggs,
Yeah,
but that's more infernal than abyssal.
that wasn't just the smells from the kitchen and being near Muscular.
No, this is more distinct. It's hard to describe this to somebody that doesn't have the demonic taint in themselves.
Nodding like you're kind of crazy, but just like,
Also, did you know there is a goblin running around? I don't think like it
What's a
doesn't bother
goblin?
Narga, but
goblin.
there is a goblin running around stealing food from people's.
What's a goblin?
It kind of looks like a green palico.
Green palico. Some palicos are green.
Hairless palico.
Oh, hairless too? That would be odd. I don't know if I've seen one of those. I'll keep an eye out, but I guess I could try and help you find the source of the smell if it's bothering you so much.
It's probably it's best to deal with these demonic incursions when they happen.
Okay, how about you introduce me to this? You said your friend's name is Goblin?
Not my friend. It is a goblin that is the race. I actually don't know them. I sniffed them, and maybe they think I'm their friend now. I don't know. I don't actually know goblin etiquette. I could have insulted them pretty severely, actually.
Well, then let's go apologize and make proper introductions and just kind of Sarah, follow wherever you saw Jor last. If Jor is still under that table.
Jor's under another table now.
Nearby or just like
yeah,
screw this.
he's just going under tables.
Oh, this is a goblin.
Are there people seated at the table?
Yes, there are people seated at the table.
Do I know them? Like
Yeah.
peripheral?
You do know a couple of them.
Every once in a while, you'll just see like a hand come up around the table and grab as you're talking to those people.
Yeah, I'll talk to them and just be like, sorry, I think there's someone under the table. Don't mind us. We're just gonna have a conversation down here real quick, and I'll see if I can get it out. And then I'll crawl under the table and join you because I fit.
Yep.
So I'm also a palico.
Narga will also try to crawl under the table. But Narga is 8 feet tall,
Yeah,
so
just kind of bumps the table. It raises up on Narga's back. The hunters are all going, "What in the world did they put in the beer tonight?" And they do get up and kind of like walk away after a moment.
Yeah. Hi. Who are? What you doing under the table?
He'll just like look at you. He's like, "What does it look like I'm doing?" He has like his face full of food and drink, and there's just bottles and stuff everywhere.
Looks like you're having a feast, but the table's up there where we normally sit. Are you new here?
Yes, he'll like. I don't know where I am, and you are one really ugly goblin.
I thought that
And he starts touching your face. He's like, "Why do you have fur?"
I start smacking your hand like, no touchy, don't touch. Stop it.
You just have like whatever is on my hand just down.
Is on my fur now. Great, and I'm doing that. Half attentive to you, half like doing the cleaning it off thing. As I'm like, okay, how about we don't touch? No touchies. How about you come and meet? I forgot who it was. Did we talk to the commander when Narga?
Narga's talking to the commander. Because Narga was making fun of him for his dragonator.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I would try and say like, hey, why don't we go talk to the commander since you are another person who just showed up. You're another one of these.
He's very proud of his dragonator. Don't make fun.
He is very proud of his dragonator. It's his favorite thing.
Are you guys saying that out loud?
Yeah, probably. yeah, probably.
What is this dragonator?
Really? So good.
It is a large metallic shaft that spins.
I'm not sure I want to meet this commander.
It's a weapon. It's a weapon. Just
You're not helping.
God damn it. I just need to introduce you to him because he's kind of in charge around here, and he might be able to help you get back wherever you came from.
He will ask you to pull a lever to extend his dragon.
No, he won't. Okay, Narga?
He wants me to pull his metal shaft? That's gross.
What are the odds
Tell
that...
Narga he's wrong. Tell Narga he's wrong.
I'm going to crawl out from under the table, and if there's any kind of beer or alcohol still on the table, start chugging it, because dealing with it. Let's get drunk, get on the same level. That's how we do this.
Narga has not had any...
Oh, no. I know you haven't, Narga.
Okay.
But
Go ahead and make a con save. There is several mugs of ale still on the table.
Take a big sip of something.
Oh yeah, you start feeling it pretty quick.
God. All right. I'll stop once I start feeling it and just be like, okay. If you don't want to meet the commander, that's fine. But how about you get out from under the table and talk to me? Both of you, Narga, half. You might be more comfortable. My brother's watching. He might think you're weird.
I'll get out from underneath the table.
At that, Narga stands up and tries to be presentable as possible, but we'll start sniffing the air again. Narga swears there is something demonic around here.
And is it nighttime yet, or?
It is nighttime at this point.
All right. Yeah, I'll get out from underneath the table.
Okay. Thanks.
All of my food.
Use all of the little scraps, pile them all up, shove them back on the table. So where are you from?
Around.
Is that I'll turn to Narga. Is that near where you're from?
Narga
Assuming
is from around as well, so yes.
Oh, you guys are from the same. Is that the name of like your city, or is that your country, planet, plane?
More general, place you're from when you're not from anywhere else. You're from around.
We'll have to get one of the translators here at some point and start recording all of this, because this is interesting, but not something I want to focus on. Do you want to try and go back to around?
Narga wants to find out what that demonic smell is, assess it if it's dangerous, and if it is dangerous, eat it. If it's not dangerous, possibly eat it.
Eat something. Jor's on board.
All right, let's find the smell I offered earlier.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check. You do have advantage on this, as Narga's sniffer is helping you.
Okay, so wait, who has the better investigate? I have a 1. So
I
it's
have
not
a zero.
Narga.
2.
Okay, so it's me. Great. You said I have advantage?
Yep.
Yay, dude.
All right. So with the 18, Monit, where have you been hanging out during this time frame?
That depends. Have I noticed the dog walking around saying that he smells things that are demonic?
He's not being subtle.
I've got a past perception of 18. I'm just saying that might
And Narga is not subtle. Like, he's knocked over tables.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah, the big knoll is very noticeable. So, and especially with his investigation roll, you've noticed the knoll saying that he smells something demonic.
So my point on that is that I probably would have cast Pass Without Trace at one point
Hmm.
if I thought he was getting too close to,
Well,
ensure I'm not picked up as something demonic.
he got really distracted with something underneath the table.
Yeah. Okay.
The last thing you saw.
So,
Fine. Then I won't have blown the spell slot unless he was getting too close for comfort. And since he was distracted by the table, I'm going to say I didn't do it because that'll facilitate things here anyway.
Okay.
I was probably walking around the market looking at anyone who was selling plants or mushrooms or other botanical finds from this world because that is my character's interest. He is a necrobotanist, if anybody were to ask him.
Okay, well, in that case, you are probably down here in this area. It's you. There is a kind of elven-looking gentleman with a notebook, like, taking notes. The tree behind him has planters draped from it. There's all kinds of plants and fungus growing on that tree.
Fantastic. I will have approached him and observed his methods in studying these to see if he is worthy of speaking to on this topic or not.
Okay. He seems to be the person that hunters will come up and, like, give him parts of plants or seeds, and he assigns palicos and kind of old-looking elves, which is kind of odd that they look like they're an old elf. But he's, like, directing them, and they are taking proper procedures to put it in correct soil. They are fertilizing the various ones. They seem to have this kind of catalyst that is speeding up growth on quite a few of them, so that's actually increasing the yield of these plants.
Amonit is definitely interested in this catalyst and will be inquiring about it.
Okay.
While Anna is inquiring, I think that's when Narga and Whisper and George should go up there, and Narga, right behind him on it, just takes a giant breath. This one.
Okay, so Amonit, as you are approaching the elven gentleman, Narga kind of like sniffs your head and says, "This one."
This is the source of that smell?
Yes.
I will turn around at the sensation of my head being sniffed and clearly look up at the large brute and be like, "Excuse me? That was rude."
Yes, it was. Narga apologizes for the inconvenience, but Narga needs to know whether you are dangerous, benign, and
Tasty?
tasty.
Well, I will say yes, especially if consumed, and not to my knowledge.
Scale of 1 to Portobello, how yummy are you?
How yummy are you?
According to my mother, between 6 and 12 hours after consumption, the eater will experience violent abdominal pain, vomiting, and bloody diarrhea, followed by the failures of the liver, kidneys, and then central nervous system. And after some of the most excruciating pain known to man, a paralytic coma that will usher final death until you pass into my mother's realm for your final rest, or whatever she puts you up to.
Oh, the other one is the item.
I don't actually say that, but I needed to type. Your mom's weird. Like I'm just putting that out there.
Narga's definitely going to, oh, here's what is it? Yeah,
What?
Narga doesn't. He's good. Don't worry. False alarm.
Okay.
Just don't let him score. It'll cause issues later.
Okay. So Amonit looks relatively humanoid, right? Like I wouldn't, other than that you maybe look weird, I wouldn't know that you're not like all the other human hunters.
He probably has an almost like Jokerish, like permanent smile thing going on, even when he's not smiling. Like that's where I think I'm going with that odd sense of creepy that's not really creepy, but maybe is.
Okay.
But otherwise, yes, he looks largely human from what you can tell.
Okay. And then I'll say, are you from around as well?
Around?
They're from a place called Around, and a few of them have been cropping up. There was one more, and I don't believe I know where he went. But yeah, apparently a lot of you are just showing up, so I figured you're also from Around.
And literally, he's like his head sideways and leaning down to like try and get on the kitty's level.
I forget how
And
tall
he's
did
gonna
we say
win?
pelicos are? I forget.
They come up to about mid upper thigh.
Okay, yeah.
So once
You would have an easier time just kneeling, bro.
no, he's not going to kneel. He's just like we're making it really awkward, and he's going to say, "I think you take things a little too literally, Kitty. I think they're from around, like not telling you where they're from. You know, maybe over there, around."
She just like a little bit of stink eye at Jor and Narga, like
I'm just looking away.
Narga's doing is like a usual, like disaffected, doesn't have anything else to do, just like blinking at you. Look.
yeah. Taking a mental note. Okay, thank you. Well, thank you for clarifying that. There have been a lot of, I'll call them translation issues, so I'm just taking them at their word, which I guess I won't be doing anymore. Do you need help?
Your word was honest. I wouldn't say you should disregard it. I'm sure they are from around.
Do you need help, or are you okay with what you're doing here with the plants and such?
I haven't done anything to this gentleman's plants yet.
Okay. I'm probably hungry. Go back up to my brother.
It's not gonna notice the words yet. Yet again, Narga would like to reiterate: Suktamoy, weak as hell, weakest of the demon lords, still a demon lord and irredeemably, probably up to no good.
Are you saying that to me?
Actually, to whisper.
Okay.
I
Loud
thought you
enough
said
so you
that
can
he
hear
was
it.
okay. I thought you said that he wasn't a problem. I'm
Not
confused.
an
I may have
immediate-
misheard because the mic was cutting in and out.
He's not an immediate problem. He's not going to kill people, but he might enslave them mentally later.
I'll look at him on it. Do you plan on enslaving people? Or is that just like a thing that your people sometimes do?
I would never enslave anyone. I'm here to set people free.
Yeah. Kind of sounds culty. I'll look to. Can I pull the botanist elf?
Narga does not
aside?
believe culty is an actual word.
Translation issue is now going to be her response to absolutely any questioning or semantics. Translation issue. Lead botanist, can I have a chat with you real quick and pull him out of earshot of all of them?
Yeah, absolutely. Whisper, what can I do for you?
And my character actually comes along too because you said lead botanist, and he thinks he's the lead botanist.
Oh, I didn't mean you, sir.
You said lead botanist. That's me.
Narga will
what's-
also follow because he doesn't pick up on social cues.
Hey, what's your...
If everybody's going, then Jor's there too. He doesn't know what a botanist is.
I'm going to look at
Him?
Amonit and say, what's your name?
I'm on it.
Amonit. this is out of character, but I was going to say pleasure to meet you. All of a sudden, not feeling that. So instead, I'll be like, excuse me. And I'll look at also Narga and Jor. Please stay here. I would like to speak to this gentleman. And I'll put my hand on as far up the botanist's shoulder as I can. I don't actually know height-wise where we're at. I would like to speak with him in private, away from you three. And everyone else, please. Excuse me.
Rude, but okay.
I'm going to look at Narga and be like, I thought she wanted to speak to the best botanist around. She said lead botanist.
Ignoring that, just walking away with him, leading him. Once I have the distance and these, not gentlemen, but things are further away, I will just tell him, I don't know what to make of these guys. If you don't mind talking to the commander, especially about that Amonit fella, just make sure that if you can, maybe increase security around here and don't give him access to anything.
Well, I definitely don't want to give access to it. He's after my job. Did you hear what he said? He wants to be lead botanist.
How far did they go away?
Far enough away that none of you can hear. That's the whole point.
I shadow step to them. In a dark corner where they can't see me.
So I don't know that he's there, but I don't know what's going on with these guys. They're weird. They're supposed to be helping us with this situation, and maybe we can help them too, but...
I wave to the guy she's talking to, even though I can't hear.
But
like,
yeah, I'm not...
actually probably can hear, being,
Yeah.
And it would be like...
Whisper doesn't know any of this, so she's just going.
Apparently, that guy thinks you want his job.
I want his job. He could be my understudy if he's nice to me.
So for my information, Chris, Shadow Step, could you tell me what it does?
Basically, if I'm in a dark or dim lit area, I could basically teleport up to 60 feet into another dark, unlit area.
Oh, that is perfect with the theme that's been going on. So, Jor kind of just disappears in the shadows.
At that, actually, Nargo would be like, well, now I have two people I have to look over. Nargo has to back up.
The lead botanist will let you know, though. Yeah, I'll talk to the commander, though. I'm sure we can get some more of the people to help out with security. Do you know exactly what I should be looking for? I mean, is he going to be trying to steal, like, the dragon's breath mushroom or something like that? Because, those things are hard to grow.
I don't know. Assume that he's after everything, and in fact, assume that all of them are causing some kind of shenanigans. I don't know if it's hostile or
out
bad.
loud. Narga calls you rude.
And then I'm going to say, is she doing it again? What did she do this time? Did she insult my apprentice?
Would you?
She was assuming that we're here to eat and destroy everything.
Would you like grab me a bottle of sake? I need something. I don't want to get up.
Does she know the microphone is on?
It's perfect.
I'm good with it.
Yep. Right now, what I'm saying is Whisper has actually grabbed another Palico's shoulder and is asking them to run and get her bottle of sake out of the
I love you.
room.
Help me. I know, he's adorable. I appreciate that, but boo now.
So
yes, Rory's being adorable, and apparently that takes precedence over what I need. It's in the fridge. It's in the fridge where it's cold.
It's good that you're learning your place in the house, woman.
And this other Palico that she requests to go get the sake from kind of rolls onto its side for a minute and kind of like bats at a butterfly before scampering up and running off.
I appreciate you. Help. Where were we? Hold on.
Amonit's going to yell, Apprentice, you don't have to take that from her. She's just a tiny cat.
So the other Palico runs back with this giant bottle of sake to Whisper and hands it to Whisper.
Narga is, again, Narga turns to Aminet and Narga suspects these people might have a drinking problem.
I absolutely picked up that habit from her handler because it does help. All right, so I just remember I've already started deleting everything just to continue functioning. Hold on. So Narga yelled out rude. Amonit was still like, oh, he could be my understudy. Jor has disappeared into the shadows. Narga now has to track both of them. Okay. All I'm going to tell the botanist is just, I don't know if they're evil or have bad intentions, but they're weird and don't seem to follow the moral ideas that most of us do. So just tell all the shopkeepers and everyone, just keep an eye on them. I'm trying. The good one went away somewhere. I don't know. He got obsessed with the slinger. They don't have advanced weapons, I think, where they're from. Which God knows where that is. Swig.
Around.
Around, apparently.
Around.
And they don't want to share information or get to know anybody. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to warn my brother. I'll figure this out. I'm gonna have to warn him that they're weird and not honest or forthright. So
I have nothing but honest.
Aruga has already said where he's from. Naruga is from Suabo.
Was that covered in the first session? Okay, sorry. Then I would have assumed. I wouldn't have said Narga. I wouldn't have included that.
Completely enlightened you to everybody else's indiscretion in telling you where they're from.
Yeah, but it's you and you're being a sassy shit. Not helping me like the character.
I'm sorry, Ryan Reynolds. Keep your game inside the head. Your head inside the game.
You okay?
Your game inside your head. Okay. Anywho.
Yeah,
the lead
just warn
botanist-
everybody.
Yeah, I'll warn everyone. Don't worry. I mean, we appreciate that you're,
Trying
and working towards
something.
Yeah, working towards something. I'll let the other shopkeepers know.
All right.
I will leave your brother up to you, though. You know him better than anyone here.
I would have taken that back, remembering. I'm sorry, I did forget that when Narga and Spider first showed up, they did say they were from Suabos, so I take all that back.
Okay.
The rest of it, yeah, just warning them and to warn the shopkeepers and just keep an eye out that if anything weird happens, just immediately tell the commander.
Okay. We can do that.
Well, I know Narga ate, but I got back from my second hunt today. I'm hungry, so I'm going to go back up to my brother and eat.
Okay.
Something. Let them do what they will.
Once the botanist returns, Amonit's going to finally be able to introduce himself.
Oh, I thought you had been talking to him.
And make inquiries about the accelerant that he is using on his plants, because I haven't seen anything quite like that before.
Well, it's made from a specific monster broth, and then we pour it over the roots of the plants, and the plants absorb it, and it greatly increases their growth potential.
Even the non-carnivorous ones are interested in this monster broth?
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yes, they are. It's a very special monster broth. You have to get it from this specific gland inside of the monster. It's a little hard to harvest. But yeah, that's what it is.
It's fascinating. Is it for sale? Can you teach me how to make it?
Don't do it.
I'm gonna have to go through a research and see if we have the notes that I would be able to provide for you. You'll have to give me a few days.
Oh, that's fine. I won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Oh, goody. I do want to be clear for the record, I fucking love you guys. Like, I love this. I just want to be clear. I really do. I know Rosho was a stick in the mud. I love you guys anyway.
And then after I've had that conversation, I'm going to pull out a mundane off-world mushroom with the root structure still intact and give it to him as a gift.
Thank you very much. And
It's not from around here, which is not meant in a literal way. I mean, not from anywhere on this world. So it doesn't harm. It's just rather mundane, but it's different. Something for you to study, my apprentice. We can talk more later.
thank you.
I'll turn
Narga
around.
would like to. He has no idea what he's doing. Nature or religion check to make sure that it's not an evil mushroom. Is aware of what the evil mushrooms like. Have a pack.
Yeah, go ahead. Either nature or religion. Either one would work if you're specifically trying to make sure that this is not unity.
Yeah. apparently. Oh, yay, religion. I don't-
You're talking away from your mic again.
I was muttering.
Okay.
6.
Doesn't seem to be the evil mushroom of Zookdemoy.
Cargo will allow it.
The lead
Which
botanist.
is good, because Narga, if he didn't, if he completely failed, would have hit at the mushroom, probably took them and with it.
He says absolutely he will.
Okay, good.
He is starting to like close up most of the shop. He's leaving the canteen in a couple of his trusted associates' hands, and he will go and spar with you.
Yay. Okay. That's my plan.
Good plan.
That's
And Jor, from the shadows, no one seemed to have noticed where you had disappeared to.
All right, where is Jor?
you're over here.
You're around.
Somewhere
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah, you are still in this area here.
What is around here?
So
Is there
there's,
anything?
so there's kind of like a small pond and this giant tree growing up. And then
It's big.
off to this side is an old, kind of like old-looking man sitting on a stack of books, and there's just bookshelves behind him. Like, an insane amount of books just stacked up randomly.
Oh, that's boring. I'm going to go back this way.
Okay.
And I'm not even going to shadow step. I'm just going to come out and just start walking away.
Okay. So, Narga and Amonit, before you head off to your next thing, you see Jor exit the shadows and start walking up towards the canteen.
Narga's gonna chase after Jor. As soon as they get to the caffeine, though, or the canteen, he's going to try to look a little bit more presentable, but still kind of walk up. How did you do that?
Do what?
Amonit says, I think he means the part where you disappeared and then reappeared.
Oh, it's really technical. I looked at a place I wanted to be, and I went there.
Oh, I think he might be high. What did you take, little one?
Narga is gonna stare at the shadow. He has no teleportation, also, but Narga's gonna stare at the shadow. And Narga will just be like that for the next.
Okay. So, Chef, or the Meowscular Chef and Whisper are wandering off to the training grounds. The Meowscular Chef has a giant greatsword on his back that he normally uses for flipping giant steaks.
As you do.
As you do. A small black palico will actually come up and tap Narga on the knee, because that's about all they can reach, and look up at you with these big turquoise eyes.
Yes, little one.
The commander said to show you to your room when you are ready.
I'm going to whisper to Amonit, it's the man with the giant metal shaft.
Senior compensation.
Why does he have a giant metal shaft?
Compensation.
Okay. Is there food in my room, or
No,
can I get food delivered?
you can get food delivered. You just have to send a message to the canteen. But there's a bed there. Or beds. And
Is there a
I'm going to
comfy
tap
rug
on Narga's shoulder
that
and
does not
suggest,
animate randomly?
again,
Is there a comfy rug that does not animate randomly?
why would a rug animate? I don't understand.
Why would it? Good question.
Amonit's going to tap on Narga's shoulder and say, perhaps you should ensure there are no bars on the window.
Narga wouldn't have any trouble with bars. Come on.
Wait, why would I not want bars on?
you didn't say what kind. They didn't say what kind of room it was. Is it like a cell? Is it like guest quarters, or is it
not mine cells.
you
And
know?
Hub has been in. They are comfortable in their own way. They're usually a little cold, and they don't have good rugs. But if you grab the stretchy blankets, they make good rugs. But Narga will be let off too.
Okay. So the Calico takes you to a room. It does have a large bed and a very nubby rug on the floor.
Narga will make Narga biscuits.
Narga biscuits on the rug.
And then turn around and go.
Okay. When you go in there, you do actually see that Spider is on one of these big beds.
Yay, Spider.
And is curled up in the blankets asleep. It does seem to be a room that has space for about 5 different people and their gear to rack out here. And apparently one giant knoll on the rug.
Is there a fireplace or like an aquarium or anything?
So, no aquarium in this room, but there is a fireplace off to one side.
Okay, Narga will like cast a bonfire and start the fire and drag the rug as close with still being safe as possible.
Okay. Amonit and Jor, is there anything else you would like to accomplish this night, or are you going to...
I'm honestly to go and try and find a salad.
A salad. Okay. So if you go up to the canteen where they're cooking all types of things and request the vegetarian platter, you will get a salad.
Is Amonit vegan?
Amonit prefers to eat plants, yes. But if there is nothing else available, even some plants are quite carnivorous. Who am I to judge?
All right. I like it.
So you are, upon receiving your salad, are given like a ticket for the cost of it.
I will hand this strange piece of paper to Jordan and say, "Here, a gift."
I'll slip it right back in his pocket.
Okay.
I will commence eating.
Okay. Whisper, you and your brother are in the training grounds, sparring back and forth.
She just needs to let off some steam. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah.
And nobody is better at consoling her by talking and fighting at the same time than him. Nobody's better. So he's her favorite sparring partner.
I'm sure you'll be sparring very often.
I'm assuming, but it's okay. Whisper could bulk up a bit more to be like him. She's a little too light right now. She can't lift the great sword the way he can. But fingers crossed, someday, be peak anime.
Yep.
5 times my size.
Okay, so unless there is something anyone else wants to accomplish, we'll say that you wrap up your evenings and are able to get some rest. Whisper, when you go back to your hunter's room, they're passed out where you left them.
Mm-hmm.
Have thankfully not vomited. And you all are able to get some rest for the night.
Okay.
The following morning, you wake up. You can hear the various sounds of people out in Astera starting their days. What would you like to do?
I would actually probably be giving a lesson on proper breakfast nutrition down in the canteen first thing in the morning for everyone who's going out on hunts to ensure that they are adequately, feasted and take the time to eat and not skip breakfast, because we all know what happens when you forget to go to the canteen before you go on a hunt. Becca yells at you on the microphone.
You need those boosts, though.
She really does. She really will.
It's such an instinct that I end up going to the canteen repeatedly before we go on a hunt just to make sure in case I forgot. I'll be at the gathering hub, be like, wait, I gotta go check my botanist, and I'll go down, be like, wait, I'll go by the gathering hub just one more time, real quick. Let me
That's pretty.
double check. I want my goose. Becca will get mad.
Yep. Anyway, Naruto will get up relatively early, do his usual stretches, like kind of do some yoga, kind of wipe himself in the mirror, put on his best face before going to the canteen. His best face being exactly the same as always. Okay.
Because if she doesn't like it, tough.
But he will plop down at a chair, order breakfast, I guess. Listen to Aminet talk about balanced nutrition and probably eat nothing but meat.
That's okay. You can be a carnivorous plant.
I would put Naruto to look at Naruto is not plant. Naruto is or possibly giant palico. Little confused.
Whatever works.
How about it works for you in any way?
Amana just snuck in the word "yet" when you said you weren't a plant, and then let you continue on.
Naruto did not know.
Okay.
But Naruto will be very careful and if there is anything even remotely mushroom shaped, kind of flick it off.
All right. So, assisting Chef in the morning is Whisper. They are bantering back and forth the way siblings kind of do. And she is assisting Chef with the morning meal preparations as hunting group after hunting group stops in there and eats before heading off on whatever task they have set themselves for that day.
Sounds good. How about Jor? What you up to?
Jor is just stumbling out of whatever corner he fell asleep in.
You didn't go to a room?
Jor doesn't know where these rooms are. Nobody told him there was rooms.
Good
He
point.
didn't follow Narga.
And yeah, he will come out of his corner, urinate wherever is around, and then go to a table where people he knows are.
Okay, so you definitely could find Narga up there eating some meat, and Amonit is lecturing people about proper nutrition.
Lovely.
You can find all of the people that you do know at the canteen at this moment.
Naruto will actually it's very strange to see Naruto not just devouring; he's actually in the forest. And when Jor comes up, we'll grab a small plate and cut off.
He's trying so hard. I love it so fucking much. God damn it. All right.
Very but it is awkward. It's very Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm envisioning, and I love it. Okay.
At some point in the morning, Chef is going to whisper to Whisper. If she knows whether or not Narga is seeing anyone.
I don't think so, since he's kind of heavy-handed at you, but I could try and find out on the next hunt for you if you want.
Yes, please.
All right. You know you.
You do you, boo.
You do you, boo. Or the Monster Hunter equivalent of that phrase. You. Nope. I immediately thought of something that was like, that's not appropriate, even if this was flagged All right. I'll actually go up to Narga then and say, want to go on another hunt today?
Yes. It has been at least 24 hours since Naruto was able to kill something. Feels odd to go that long.
Yeah, it's kind of, you get antsy, right? Let's go look at the quest postings. Or bounty.
Yep, the bounties.
Naruto, if you could choose, Naruto does not detain himself with written word.
Oh, you can't read?
It's not that Narga can.
That's
It's
so
that,
rude.
it's that Narga prefers not.
Hey, fair enough. If it's not something you use, and I'll go look at the listings. What's available?
Well, so there's quite a few, as there always are. There's a delivery quest for some eggs.
With this lot? Are you serious?
And the the person requesting the bounty is actually the Meowscular chef.
All right.
You do see some quests for something called Iglavinus and a Tigrix and something called a Kezu,
Okay.
along with the normal smaller ones for 20 Jagras, 10 Shamos, that sort of thing.
Okay. I'll take down the one about the 10 Shamos and the one from Chef, bring them over to Narga, and just have one in each hand and say, one is for killing 10 things, one is for collecting eggs for my brother, which may not...
We'll do the eggs.
Okay. We may not kill anything, but I'll bring this one with me in case we have time.
I mean, you say that we're not going to kill anything, but things happen while we're on these quests. Right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can tell you about this time where we were supposed to just save a bunch of people from a giant water wave thing, and we killed so many things. And I'm not entirely sure we succeeded in protecting people. Right?
We did. Me as Shane have that. We did. We saved people. We're good. As Whisper, hey, I mean, I end up killing Anjanath or whatever's along the way just to do it, but brother's
boredom, right?
Yeah, it's just to get rid of the boredom. But brother wants these eggs. Do you know, or I'll put it this way, do you want to invite those ones on a hunt?
Yes, it's less that Narga wants them around as much as Narga doesn't want to lose track of. They both have abilities that may or may not be problematic in the future.
Oh. Well, I mean, if they'd be a liability more than an asset, they may not be worth it to take with.
No, I mean, they might be an asset. I don't know. Aminette, are you actually good in a fight, or do you just espouse weird new age cooking dietary habits to everybody you meet in the efforts of trying to feed them hallucinogenic mushrooms?
I'm quite good at everything that I do.
Of course you are.
Yes, but what are those things that you do?
I don't understand your question.
Would you be able to help us in a fight?
Of course.
Okay. If we go to collect some eggs, will you help us deliver them back here to my brother?
And not infect them with mold.
Mold? Ugh. No mold.
Or spores or anything. Don't infect or change the eggs. They need to get in the state that they were at the nest to his hands, untampered with.
You know when you touch them, you put germs on them, yes? Do you have gloves?
Yeah.
Excellent. Then you'll be fine.
Would you like to come with? There should be lots of mechanical samples if you are interested.
I would, but... And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out this slip thing. And he's like, will this get me to come with you? It's like a ticket, I think. They said it's a ticket. Like, is it for a ride? Is it to participate in your hunt?
Narga will actually grab the ticket, look at it, realize he has no idea what these numbers mean, put a bag full of Zenny down, then turn to Jor. Would you like to actually earn the food you keep on stealing? But you did not have to steal it anymore.
Steal? I could have made my own.
Said to Jor.
Oh, sorry.
So you're asking if I want to go work? I'll go punch things in the face.
Does it really work?
Well, if I'm punching things in the face, no, I like doing that.
There might be
punch some things in the face.
Then let's do that. Why are we still here? Why is the ugly goblin still talking?
We're making sure you guys have eaten, and it looks like you have. Let's go, and I'll really quick stop by to talk to my brother on the way out
Okay.
as they're prepping.
He's introducing us to a brother? That's pretty quick for a first date.
No, I'm talking to him while you guys go get ready.
And then I'm going to congratulate Jor on making such quick inroads.
He already said it.
Can't help it.
All right, it's just letting my brother know that we're going to go try and deal with his quest and say, like, if this is what you wanted, subtle. I'll go see and I'll ask about his situation as much as I can, but with those two around, I'm not sure. Would Spider be coming with?
Not this time around, no.
Okay.
Actually, it should not go wake up Spider.
You brought a spider.
Out of character, I don't know. Would
There's actually like an uncomfortable look, despite like the big smile. Like there's like an uncomfortable look in his eyes when you mention
He's
spiders.
not shaped like any spider Narga knows, and his name keeps on changing.
Oh, good. His skin is not dark black with white hair.
No, it's more like a tealish blue color.
Excellent.
But he keeps on getting more and more pets. I'm not fighting.
That's okay. As long as he's not a spider kisser, we're good.
No. He's not into spiders. Squirrels. I'm sure he has a weird relationship with.
Huh.
I can't wait till he gets back and sees this. I'm really excited.
Me too.
I just want to make sure Odie
None
is
of his
also
pets were nearly as annoying as that fucking rug.
What about the rug?
What about what rug?
I don't know. He said
We'll
something
have
about
this
a rug.
conversation while we're traveling. I make sure Odie's fed and then we're on our way.
Okay.
Okay. Do you
When-
stop at the smithy for a Monet or Jor, or do you just head out?
I mean, do they look like they said they're both good to go. One wants to punch and one wants to get mushrooms or plants or things.
And Narga has his ridiculous bagpipe.
Yeah, Narga's got his bagpipe. I know I'm good.
I don't know any better about the indigenous creatures on this world yet, so right
Yeah.
now I'm assuming that I'm still an apex predator and that I'm good to go. We can educate me on that later. But once we actually get into the wilds, Amonit's totally going to be critiquing everyone's movements through the woods, like ensuring that they move with the utmost stealth and caution and not damage plants. And like he's just not even being quiet about it, but he's going to be like, if you want to move quieter, you should actually step here.
Actually,
That's
wait a
their
second. Are we
is actually
going
loud.
to the woods or are we going to the wild spiderway?
You are going to the Coral Highlands.
Ah, okay.
The eggs that your brother is requesting are Legiana eggs.
Oh god. Okay.
So the moment we hit the Coral Highlands, Narga's eyes go like from the pinks and blues kind of go wibbly, and like he has sudden vertigo and vomit.
Oh,
Oh, why?
He has vertigo, and
You're high.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the height. Oh,
and the color is like
okay.
Amonit
Brain
is
is
very
not ready
curious
for
about coral because
What?
he's never seen coral outside of water.
yeah, like everything in this area just causes his brain to kind of just go, nope.
Aw. Would I have something for that to help him?
As soon
I could
as
probably whip
someone
something.
is like, it's like a brain reset, and he goes, why is everything in black and white? His
It's
brain is basically like,
yeah. It's like it's not. Are you feeling okay? You just threw up everywhere.
in Narga 8.
Okay.
A weird statement feels good coming up.
all right. For Jor, because I don't think you've actually seen this particular area. Imagine like a seabed with a coral reef. Everything around you looks like that, like gigantic, except you're not underwater. So it looks like you should be underwater, and there's blues and purples, corals, things like that. There's even weird flying jellyfish. So very unusual area. Lots of ups and downs, though.
It's okay. Jor doesn't know what a coral reef is either.
Just a
So this is all new.
I've taken samples because I've never seen coral outside of water.
Excellent. Let's see, Whisper, you have heard that the Legiana's nest at the highest part of these
Yeah.
coral highlands, which might make it a little bit difficult to get the eggs to a camp, so you're going to have to coordinate and plan how to get them down from there to the nearest camp.
I'll explain and relay all of that to them. Like, so the eggs will be further up there, but we need to get them to this camp here. Will I know, is there one of the roads, or not roads, but paths through like a mountain or something and then down?
You know that there is a rope pulley system across one of the chasms. You do know that there's a lot of climbing to get to the top. Like,
Yeah.
there's a kind of basically a coral mountain that the Legiana likes to hang out on top of. For actual hunting, they fly throughout this whole area, though.
Like, well, he can teleport. Pointing at
Look at-
Jor.
Yeah, look at your, you can teleport?
He can teleport.
I can move real fast.
So could we just go grab those eggs and port back here?
I'll look. Where are you pointing?
Up.
How
Like,
far is it up?
Like, it's like a mile away.
Yeah.
No, not that far.
Okay.
That is pretty far.
The main problem will be once we get those eggs, the Legiana are
Well,
probably...
egg, right? So we just get like a carton and we put in might as well get a dozen and put them in, and then we just.
The problem is the Legiana will then attack us, and they won't care anymore even if they break or hurt the eggs. So we can't count on that stopping them. They just get enraged and will attack us.
Oh, so we don't want to
Narga
break
has
the eggs?
no idea how big these eggs are. So like he's imagining like chicken eggs right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll gesture and be
Tiny.
like, they're about... No, they're about this big in a shield gesture, and it's
But
probably...
that would make one gigantic omelet.
Yeah, pretty much. They're delicious.
I'm very hungry now.
But there's 3 of us. We can take it.
How many eggs do we need for the bounty?
Just 2.
2? Okay, so we need 2. Let's start. Do you want to just... Let's start with 1. And if that works, we'll just do the same thing again.
Well, if the nest is full, why don't we kill the Legiana first, and then we take her eggs? Because it would be really sad to like take a mother's eggs from her. That's just super sad.
That's what I say, but that's not allowed in the quest because then 7 more of them show up and kill you. Could we do that though, Becca?
I feel like you have an abnormal attachment
You
to
could
rules.
certainly try.
You shouldn't let people control you. You should embrace the freedoms of choice and consequence and do what you want. If you want to kill the bird, you should kill the bird. There's 3 of us.
Not a bird. Also, that was all out of character what I said, but I'll take it. Sure, if we want to try and kill all the Legiana that are up there, let's go up there and see how it is first. And just start climbing.
Okay, but I would like to point out this whole monochrome thing is really disconcerting.
I forget, would I have had some kind of like coca or some elevation or motion sickness thing to give him?
If you can find the ginger in the area, you know that
I was going to
might
say,
help.
we have a botanist here who can probably help with that.
Yeah, I know, but will he?
Of course he will.
Well,
Are you
Less will he? Well, that is one question. It's also will Narga like accept anything ominous?
Yeah, I'll start. So how about this? Whisper will start looking around, like digging at the ground or looking for ginger. I'm sure Amonit notices and goes, "What are you looking for?" And I'll say,
has helped
Huh?
with finding, Amonit has helped with finding your ginger.
"Okay." Then I'll just give the ginger to Narga and chew on this. It'll help. Ooh.
Like it's actually gross. Gathering control.
Huh? You cut in and out.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You keep talking away from your mic, love.
Sorry,
Well-
he will eat the ginger whole, which is pretty gross actually. But yeah,
Yes, it is. That's not what you do. You chew it.
And Jor's just finding random plants and handing it to them.
Ooh. This one,
Amonit will take anything that looks of interest.
yeah, I was gonna say anything I know I can sell that's worth it. Yeah, I'll pocket it. But Once
And
Narga,
as soon as Narga finds them, as soon as Wigglers come up, he's going to start trying to play whack-a-mole with the fucking Wigglers.
Okay.
once everyone is settled and ready, I will start scaling the coral face. But for now, BRB. Sorry.
Okay. Wrong layer.
Narga's over here playing with Wigglers.
Okay. Everyone have control of your characters, or do I need to adjust things?
I do not have control, and that is Drass. That is not my icon.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to go in later and adjust your icon. Because I didn't realize that you had imported a new one.
I'll have to do that eventually as well.
All right, got it.
Cool.
Narga's going on ahead. Chasing the Wigglers.
So what Narga is chasing is strange, kind of snake worm-like creatures sticking up out of the ground every so often that'll, like, suck themselves back in when you get close.
Yeah, Narga is nowhere close to being able to capture him, especially because he doesn't have his game.
You keep
Because
cutting
Spider,
out.
he doesn't have his slinger because he gave his slinger away to Spider so that Spider could have two. So he doesn't have his capture net.
Yes.
Amonid actually picks up a Y-shaped piece of wood and wraps a piece of cloth around and says, "Here, a sling," because he doesn't know what a slinger is.
Oh yeah, because we didn't stop and get materials for you guys. So it's taking forever for us to traverse the Coral Highlands because none of us have our slingers.
All right, who died?
So no one's died, but they're chasing wigglers.
To see, this is what happens when you're not around.
It's like 5 seconds, guys.
Well,
All
what
right.
I just realized, I'm Narga's voice. What I just realized is because none of it, they didn't pick up their slingers, and Narga gave away his to Spider because he wants to.
You
it's
guys
gonna
can't
take
use
us.
the capture net.
It's well, I don't have the capture net, but also we're in the Coral Highlands. It's going to take us forever to traverse because we can't use the beetles. We have to climb up every.
Yep. Yep, pretty much. So, what's the in character for why I was gone for 5 seconds while you spaz out after wigglers? I'll actually just load up a net and capture a wiggler that they're after.
Narga's like looks at the wrist, is like, I need to talk to Spider. Shit.
I told you these were useful, and I'll
You
take
didn't
the
tell me
wiggler
that
and
they
tag
were
it.
able to capture awesome, like, tasty worm things. Can they capture squirrels too?
Yeah, they're useful for a lot of stuff. Basically, anything that fits in one of these nets, and she'll try gesturing for the size of the net, but it seems to change. Like anything that fits in one of these, really, as long as you're quiet about it. They would probably fit, but we can't carry them that way.
Why not?
I think it would risk breaking them.
This world has weird.
It does.
physics.
It does, unless that's changing because we're home brewing things.
We are homebrewing things, so you know that if you... I mean, it is still a net after it flies out. You probably wouldn't want to basically attack the egg with the net.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wasn't sure if that would be okay.
But
I thought the
you
impact was
could
okay.
use it as just a net.
And
So
make
I
it
carry
into
it.
a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to give us hands-free.
Yes.
So we can certainly do that once we get there, but I wouldn't fire it at the eggs from a distance.
Okay.
So let's get climbing.
Are the eggs fragile?
As fragile as normal eggs, I would assume. I'm not sure out of character.
Well,
I
that
would.
is a weird statement. Narga will now go into a huge dissertation about eggs being breakable from the side, but actually like crushable, like from the top or not.
Pressure versus impact. So while you guys, I'm assuming we'll just have this conversation as we scale, and
Yeah.
I will take advantage of having my slinger and use the wedge beetles to scale quickly, but get to a stopping point so we can still see and hear one another.
Okay. So let's see.
Basically, scout ahead, I guess.
The first, when we get to about here and you do that, Narga, like, as he tiredly, like, goes over, climbing up, Narga's going to kill spiders when he sees them again.
Yes, we should definitely make a point of killing spiders.
Spiders, maybe, but your friend's, oh god, I forget his whole name. Spider,
The Squirrel
Sapphire,
Lord.
King of the Squirrels. Yeah, no, what
Yeah.
was it?
Oh, the one that's not a spider.
Yeah, the spider that's not a
the
spider.
Sapphire Squirrel Lord,
Yeah.
formerly known as Spider. I don't know. He changes his name all the fucking time.
His name is just an emoji now, and we don't know what emojis are.
Oh,
Alright.
they were formerly known as spider. Yes, I've seen his posters.
So I will say, when you guys are going through this area, you do actually run into some of those Seamoses with the big eyes and kind of reddish pink skin.
While we're here, let's kill some of these. And load up my crossbow and have Odie get ready.
Narga will Eldritch Blast the fuck out of him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there are
You're
five.
useful for that.
There are 5 of them. They do see you coming, so I do need everyone to roll initiative.
Yay.
What
We
are
were
these?
hardly sneaking. Huh?
I said, what are these things?
Hold on, I'll put a picture in.
Yep, they are called Shamos. They are a 4-legged
They're
lizard creature.
adorable.
They're a
I love
newt.
them.
They're a giant newt.
Yes.
And they have adorable bug eyes. Holy, why does it always... I'm sorry. That's the first link that popped up. Does that work?
Oh my god. What is this?
What the fuck is this?
It's a virus. Just click on it.
You're not allowed to do this anymore.
You're not allowed to shut up, dude. God,
Holy crap!
no one's nice to me. Why
I
am I
couldn't-
even here?
I can't even see my
was
initiative.
lost. Yeah.
There, I fixed it. Okay. God, why am I? Nobody likes me. Why am I here? That's my initiative, and this is
Everybody
gonna be
liked
Odie's.
you.
No.
The only reason that I didn't like that link is it didn't hyperlink for some reason too. So you had to like select
God.
and
Oh,
copy
did it
that.
really? I don't know why
Yeah.
it did that. Holy shit, it's so long.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not like I have this shit prepared. I'm just trying to help Becca. Anyway, that's my role, and that's Odie's role. And I realized just now we never even told them that I have an Odie.
That is true.
Oopsie. So here, I'll find a better one and link that too. This is what I have as a mount, and it'll be an actual hyperlink because hopefully, yes, haha. That's what I have a baby version of as a mount. His name is Odie. He's my baby. And if you're mean to him, I'll kill you.
Wow, these demos roll like shit.
Yay! Good.
Yes.
They saw us coming, but are slow today.
Yep. All right. So Odie is up first, followed by Whisper,
Okay.
and then Amonit.
I'm on it.
God damn it.
It's funny because like I used a port of the actual scientific name for the death cap,
I know you did.
and I was like, "This is
No,
just
I already know that. Yeah.
It was just too good to pass up." His full name actually is it, but broken up in a different space, different location.
Of course it is.
Yeah, because demons. We don't want to give away our whole names. It's just crazy,
Crazy. Almost like Faye. Weird.
right? Names have power.
Whenever you're ready, Odie will start with Savage slash.
Okay,
his
I am
move.
ready.
Okay.
Yes, the 15. The 15 hits, the 9 misses.
Okay. For this, and they have to make the DC 15.
And that is the con save.
Or
14.
no, because it's a 15. So it'll be 1d4.
Okay.
Haha. Yay, Odie. Now that he has actual stats, he's so useful compared to last time.
Yeah. All right. So first one that you hit kind of screams at that. It's pretty unhappy about it, and all of them are kind of looking at you, making this kind of strange, slight growl.
Uh-oh.
All right, Whisper, you are up next.
I'll hand crossbow shoot the same one that Odie just slashed at. Okay.
Yep.
And
One hits.
my bonus action will be Shield of Faith on Odie,
Okay.
since he did not do really well with that fight last time.
All right, Amonit, you are up next.
I am. Okay. Yeah, let's see here. I shall draw forward. Basically, I'm on it, kind of reaches back behind his back, and he pulls out this little sprig of what looks like a sprig about this big of a vine with little thorns on it. And he kind of like raises it up like this in quite comical fashion and starts to go forward. And as he does, it starts to grow and lash out into a thorn whip at the closest one.
Okay. Are you concentrating on the same one that Whisper hit? Because
Yes,
Okay.
if I'm within range of Whisper's target.
all right, their armor that just hits. That 14 just hits.
Actually, it's did I do 2d6 damage? The damage is wrong because I'm at 6th level now. So let me roll another, and I'll fix that on the thing from now on. So it's actually didn't roll any damage. So it's 11 damage. I'll fix that. Sorry.
How dare you?
I know.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't roll it.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Is it large? It's smaller than large, right?
It is considered a large creature.
Really? Weird.
I am not going to pull it closer to me.
Fair.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Okay. It is now its turn. And in this area, would you guys mind putting your tokens kind of like roughly where you would be in this area for me?
Okay. Which direction are we going up?
So they are down in this area, and where you have Rose token right now, that is heading up towards the corals. So the Shamos were in this area.
So we would be on the other side of them having gone up.
Well, you came from this direction from where you guys were.
Oh, so we were about here then.
I was actually watching as people were moving their tokens.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming I would be here then, and Odie would be with the Shamos.
Okay. Then this Shamos is going to attack Odie because he is the closest. Okay, it will have advantage on the attack because of its companions being nearby. And it is going to make a bite attack against Odie.
How dare. That hits.
Alright, and that is 1d6 plus 3.
I'm beating up Odie.
Aww. He takes 8 points of damage. It does seem like slightly distracted by all of its injuries. You know they're normally pretty quick, but this one only got one attack off before it kind of backs down a little bit. It is now the second Shamos' turn, and he is going to go to Whisper.
Okay.
And will charge you and will do his multi-attack. 12, I'm pretty sure misses.
Yep.
And 23 to hit?
Yes.
Alright, so it latches onto your leg, dealing 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Get off, you
and it would not have advantage because its companions are back further. So, the third one now goes, and it will run up to where Whisper is as well, and will attempt to hit you.
Okay.
Pretty sure 22 hits,
Yes.
dealing 5 points of damage. And then the second bite, 16 to hit.
No.
All right, the second bite misses.
Okay.
Which now brings us up to Jor. You have 2 of these Shamoses right next to Whisper, and one of them is attacking her Odagoron, and the other 2 are slightly further beyond them.
All right. I'm going to go for the one that's attacking her Odie.
Okay.
And I'm just going to run up to it and going to smack it right in the face.
Okay.
Bad Seamus.
24 hits.
Nice. You're good at what you do, Jor.
And then I'm going to extra attack, hit him again.
Okay.
So 14 points.
Okay. That one is dead.
All right. And then is there anything else around me? Or is that the only one in my threat range?
So the other 2 are about 10 feet beyond the one that you just attacked.
All right. I'm just going to skirt back.
Okay.
Hit and run.
Which brings us to Narga.
Okay. So which ones haven't gone yet?
The 2 that have not gone are the ones that are roughly here.
Okay. I'm going to just target one of them, and I am going to Eldritch Blast it. Is either one of them hurt?
Doesn't look like they are.
Oh. I know it says Firebolt, but it's the same damage.
Same thing.
The 26 definitely hits. That's a crit.
Yeah, it's a crit, and then the 7 was a natural one.
Okay.
So 19 points of damage to one of them for force damage.
Okay. It did not seem to like that at all.
One of them shot off from his thumb, and he's like, "That was embarrassing." But the other one,
I'll pretend I didn't notice. Don't worry.
Amanit, you can go ahead and roll a Arcana check to see if you know what that was. Yeah, you're pretty familiar with Eldritch Blast. You've known a warlock in the past that used it. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do, Narga?
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so it is the last 2 Shamos' turn, and one of them is going to run up to Odie because Odie is still the closest.
My baby.
I know. 17 to hit.
Ha! It misses.
All right, and now the second one is going to run up again to where Odie is.
Only because of the Shield of Faith, but...
First one misses. And I just figured that. And that one also misses. Nope, 21.
That one gets it. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. My baby.
Ooh, 9 points of piercing damage.
He's at 0. Unless I leveled him wrong, yeah, he's... Oh! I just realized he still has level 1 HP.
Yeah, he shouldn't be unconscious then. He should have more
No,
HP
he's
then.
fine. My bad.
Okay. It is now Odie's turn.
Yay, Odie. Okay. He will... So the one that was damaged by Eldritch Blast is the one that just attacked him?
Yes.
I'll yell at him to target that one. Because, yeah. And same as usual, Savage Slash ×2. Yes! Oh, 2 crits! Ha!
Yep.
I'll take it. Die. You hurt him. You deserve this. And I think just the 1 con save unless that kills him. It would make sense, I don't... Or maybe would it do twice?
That does actually kill him.
Yay! Like a true... And so Odie, I'm on it, is a Odogoron. The one I sent the picture of, the red devil dog looking thing.
And he just eviscerates this Shamos. The Shamos's guts are actually spilled out over the ground.
I cheer. Yay, Odie! Good boy.
Okay, it is now Whisper's turn.
And are any of them? Oh, one is still in melee range with me, right?
One is still in melee range with you.
Okay.
Actually,
one that
sorry,
is-
2 are in melee range with you. 1 is in melee range with Odie.
I'll attack one of the ones that's in range with me since I don't think either of them were hit. Doesn't matter which one.
Okay.
And I'll use my rapier. And if it's successful, I'll follow it with Thunder Smite. I don't think that's successful. Probably not, right?
Yeah, 10 misses.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm so distracted cheering for Odie. That's my turn.
Okay. Amonit.
Amonit shall
I'm
continue
on it.
with his Thorn Whip action, since it has already been demonstrated, but not quite so successfully at this juncture.
No, that,
Therefore, I shall pass turn to someone more effective.
which is now going to be the 2 Shamoses that are next to Whisper. And the first one is going to attempt to attack you. 19 to hit. Whisper.
19 hit me.
Yes.
Hit.
Alright. You take 9 points of piercing damage. And the second one, its second bite attack against you, totally whiffs.
Yay.
And the second one next to you, 17 to hit,
No.
18 to hit.
18 does. Because I have an 18, right? Or does it need to exceed?
It just needs to meet it.
Yeah.
So you take 7 more points of piercing damage as the second one gets
Okay.
right in as well.
Okay.
Jor.
All right, I'm going to run up to the next one that's the most hurt.
Okay. They all seem to be about the same right now.
All right, I'm going to go to the closest one to the group, I guess.
Okay, so the closest one to the group is going to be one of the ones either here or here, basically kind of going up against your tiny Palico companion.
Yeah, I'll help the Palico out. Run up there, and I'm just going to kick it right in the legs.
Yeah, that hits.
10, and then I'm going to extra attack, and as it's kind of leaning down towards I'm just going to punch it in the face. 11.
Okay.
Nice. Yes.
11 misses.
All right, then I'm going to bonus action flurry of blows.
Okay.
Nice. Yes. I love monks. I want to play a monk next.
15.
That hits.
All right, then the next one 9 misses, so 7.
Alright. It is still up, but it did not seem to appreciate getting smacked around like that. Narga.
Yeah, Narga is just going. Well, how hurt does OD actually?
That's just what I was looking up. So the UA doesn't have a specific section for the hit points for the warrior, so I'm looking back up. Hold on.
You
Plus
did
it's
it.
Constitution modifier. Okay, so he's not looking really hurt. I'm actually looking more hurt than him now that it.
Okay,
Ouch.
I must protect the love of my life, sister, and he will go ahead and cast Cure Wounds.
The soon-to-be sister-in-law.
Yeah, I must protect my sister-in-law and cast Cure Wounds that say
Talk into your mic.
Cure Wounds at second level.
Okay. Thank you in advance.
Okay.
How much do I get from that? Is that the?
Give me a second.
Sorry. No, it wasn't that. I was making
And
sure.
I am going to reroll that 3. It doesn't matter. Okay, so 12.
It was meant to be. Thank you anyway. That's still half of what my remaining health was, so I'll take it.
And then for measure, I will quicken cast Eldritch Blast at the last Amos.
Okay, the one that's injured.
Yeah.
Okay. That hits. That definitely hits.
16 force damage.
That is enough. That one also falls to the ground.
Nice. Immediately go and start skinning and harvesting
Okay.
before the bodies disappear and we get sent back to camp.
There are 2 Shamos still up. At this point, coming
We
from...
got them all.
Nope, 2 left. You've killed 3. There was 5
Okay.
total.
Oh, right. Ignore me, never mind.
Coming from over here, you actually see a 2-legged wyvern with fairly long front arms. It has very brightly colored fans around its face. Has purplish skin, purplish hide. And it's kind of makes out a squawking call. And a bright light flashes from this fan around its face, which the giant...
God damn it. Ignore that.
Again.
Ignore it. Shush.
Again.
I remember the first time I put in a hyperlink.
So, the Shamos that you are fighting, their giant eyes react very strongly to this. Everyone else, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw from the light.
George just yelling, "Dragon!"
Dragon. Constitution. Oof. Forgot that I'm not proficient. Oh. I wasn't expecting it.
Nope.
Is my excuse.
Naruga's eyes are still kind of wibbly, so like he's
I'm
already,
Okay.
and he just kind of winks right in time.
Talk into your mic.
Naruga was blinking, and like from his eyes being already wibbly, and then he's like, the light flashed. He's not even aware there was a giant light.
Okay. So, the only one out of your party that failed was Whisper. You are temporarily blinded for the next round.
I will yell out, watch out for that light.
What light?
Not knowing that everyone else is super fine. Watch out for that light. It's a defense thing. It'll blind you.
What light?
I don't have time to respond, I assume, so.
Yeah. However, both of the Shamoses also are affected. They are temporarily blinded. So your attacks are going to have advantage on them until the end of their next round. And their attacks against you will be at disadvantage. The large bird-like wyvern then runs off this direction after having successfully gotten its light show off. As they
It's just a show off.
it is.
Whew. The dragon's gone.
Are we still in combat?
We are still in combat.
Okay.
The next Shamos is basically blinded. It's snapping around. It doesn't know exactly where Odie is. Odie is up next.
Yay. All right. Same thing.
Yes, that is how it's spelled.
Shamos.
Yeah, the 21 hits.
Okay.
Remember, you have advantage on these attacks as they...
Oh, okay, so
can't
that was
see.
one attack.
That was
Right,
one
thank
attack.
Thank you. And the
that
second
one
one.
does too.
Okay, so neither are critical though, but they still have that DC 15 con save with 17 damage total.
Okay.
It doesn't specify. Yeah. We'll just say it's the ones.
20?
No. Yeah, it's fine.
Alright.
Sorry, so I just said yes, it's fine. Anyway.
Alright, so that one is still up, but it
Yeah.
is looking really hurt.
Okay.
It is now Whisper's turn.
Is it within... It was attacking Odie. We're still a good bit away, right?
Yep, so the one attacking Odie is here. The one
Okay.
attacking you is right here.
Oh, there is still one on me?
Yep, there is still one on you.
Then I would just swipe with my claws, not bother with the rapier.
Okay.
I'm not expecting it to go well, but I'll do it.
Okay.
Eh,
That hits.
yeah, I'll take it. Not for a lot, but
Okay. It's
still.
still something.
And I can follow it up with Thunderous Smite.
Yes, you can.
All right.
All right.
All right, all right, all right.
All right. Okay. It is now Amonit's turn.
Yay. Is Whisper like visibly blinded? Like, is she doing anything to indicate her blindness?
Probably the hand with my rapier in it. I have like this, and I'm swiping with the other one. So, yeah, I'm protecting my face.
Gotcha. Would there be a possibility of something in my herbalist kit that I could use my medicine skill with to attempt and alleviate her blindness?
In a medicine kit? No.
It's worth a shot.
Appreciate it.
At this
skill
point,
from an
though,
herbalist.
at the end of Whisper's turn, you're able to blink enough that you're starting to get your vision back.
Okay.
So you are no longer blinded at the end of your turn.
Okay, thank you.
Well, fine. Then I'm not helping her. I shall
I appreciate the thought.
assault the creature that's closest to her with my thorn whip again. And again, I am not participating at all. And I shall pass turn to someone who will roll better in combat, because everywhere else, I'm rolling 19s and 18s. But not
You are flailing that thing around, and I don't know if you are trying to attack us or are you trying to attack the giant gnoll.
hey, I hit really well in the first round.
Yes. I feel like it's more like you got really cocky with the first one, so now you're just like
It
doing a
was a surprise
showmanship.
because it started like this big, and then it got
Well,
really
it is a
big.
whip. Or you kind of you hit once, and then you do like the lion tamer thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Rolling
Like, I
around.
think this is
I'm
the
keeping
wind
them
up.
away. I'm keeping
Yeah.
them away from Whisper while she gets her eyes back.
Thank you. Helpful.
Okay, it is now the Shamos next to Whisper's turn. Still blinded at the end of it, it's finally able to blink and kind of look. See again? Jor, you are up.
I'm going to run to that one that's starting to blink, and I'm going to smack it.
Okay.
I really like the idea that all your attacks are open palm. It's the most insulting way to fight someone.
Yes.
17,
Yes, that hits.
10.
Okay.
Then I'm going to do it again. But this time I'm going to do an uppercut.
Okay.
20,
Yep, that hits.
5.
Okay, that is enough. That one falls to the ground. As Jor just uppercuts from underneath its jaw, it flops back onto its back, and it's out. There is one left, Narga.
I mean, there's really only one thing that Narg do, right? Like, it is. Is it still blinded?
It is not blinded anymore.
Well, so there is the tactically advantageous. Has it been hurt at all yet?
Yes, it has.
Is it looking pretty rough?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Narga's gonna try to bite it.
Okay.
An attack and a snack in one. Attack that snack. Can that be our
Apparently,
tagline?
I didn't actually put this in, so. 9 to hit.
Nope, that misses.
Okay. He will then quicken, inflict wounds to try to save this.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. It just kind of dances out of your way.
Okay.
It is now its turn, and you are right next to it, so it is going to attempt to bite you.
Of course.
18 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. And 19 to hit.
You should just
Shield's
have
still going.
you should just have a button that you press that says shield for you.
All right, so it kind of just bounces off of this magical thing, and it cocks its head, and it looks really just confused in that moment. Its eyes are blinking at you, and
My shield, by the way, the schematic, however, my shield looks like that.
Canon accepted.
I feel like that's everybody that can cast shield schematic component.
Oh yeah, just nope. Go away. Shoot. Fight
All
someone
right.
else.
Odie is up next.
Odie. I mean, I've got a working system for him now. We're just gonna stick with it.
Okay.
I say that he's gonna like crit miss or something. No more advantage, so that's 1 attack and 2. What'd I just say?
Yeah,
I ruined it.
He misses.
He got cocky. He got too excited.
All right.
Actually, so I'm going to say this. I actually think all of the abjuration spells, all of the schematic components. So that's counter spell, dispel magic, shield.
Any of that. Because there is an element of trolliness to it, right? Where you're just like, you can't do your plan anymore.
Okay. Whisper, you are up next.
Now that I have my eyesight back, I will attack it with my rapier.
Yeah, that hits.
Yay. I wish for more than this, but I'll do that. And add in the 2d6 for another... No, I won't. I'll save that spell slot. I shouldn't have. God damn it. The game knows. It knows.
Okay, it is still up.
Of course it is.
I'm on it.
Yay, I'm on it. Hey,
We do something now.
Amonit is going to continue with his threatening thorn whip actions.
The 14 does actually hit.
Yay for 8 piercing.
Okay, that is enough. So Amana gets the final blow that takes the final Shamos out.
Yay!
As that happens, the thorn whip actually wraps around it and brings the corpse over to him. That way I can actually kneel down and inspect the dead critter.
Yep.
Okay. If you want to harvest, please give me survival checks.
Whew, I can do that.
I won't do well, but I'll do it.
I'm
shit!
horrible at this, but okay.
But I did it better than all of you.
I got a crit though, so
15.
Not in skills.
Yeah,
Sorry.
alright, so you are able, all combined, you get 5 full Shamos hides. You also...
Yarr.
Going to like.
Huh?
Useful. They're just kind of flappy.
Wear it like a costume.
Okay,
Whatever meat and stuff we can collect to bring back as well.
yes.
I will actually sprinkle mushroom spores over whatever is left unused so that the mushrooms will start to reclaim and rot and get rid of the organic wetness.
Okay. Organic wetness.
Listen, I'm not really a
I'm never-
botanist. I don't know a lot about plants, but Amonit does.
You're fine. I
I'm-
find it hilarious.
Accelerating the decomposition of the carnivorous remains.
Okay.
All right, I gotta go.
Yep.
Through accelerated cellular
It's like,
decay.
on that note,
On that note, boy.
Yep.
Yeah, and I had to go too.
Yep. Thanks
Boo!
all
See you
very
later.
much.
Okay.
Next week, we will be leading into you guys trying to get some eggs from a Legiana.
Actually,
Talk into your mic.
before we go, two things.
There we go.
Chester, are you running on Sunday? Sunday.
I
Back,
would
right?
like to say yes, but I am going to be driving like a wing to make the time slot at all. So if you
Well,
don't want to count on it,
So I am going to be on duty, so I don't really want to run vampire from being on duty. So
gotcha. We'll plan on yes then, and if I'll just be in touch via the chat. If for some reason I'm not going to make it.
If
Yeah.
it doesn't work, we'll just play Monster Hunter World.
Oh no.
Yep.
Sad.
and then so I am going to play a Shadowrun game as soon as they release the fucking book.
Cool.
Um, And so we'll plan for that soon-ish.
Okay.
Or
Scott does still need to get out the extra life link for everyone or
Yeah,
information.
because $6 are currently owed. I anticipate that's going to get bigger as
Mhm.
you guys do dumber and dumber things in Malice.
How dare
Absolutely. And the extra
dumber.
life game is still fine for the Sun Puppies.
And the vampire game and the cyberpunk game. Or
I
not cyberpunk, Shadowrun game.
Yeah.
I keep on doing that because cyberpunk is the genre, but it is also
Right.
the name of another RPG.
Misleading. We know what you mean though. I'm almost at a point where I'm ready with my campaign. I'm just kind of. Oh yeah, Saltmarsh. That too.
Yep.
Brandbog.
Yep,
Saltmarsh
on
is still
Wednesday.
thing. We are missing
Okay.
that terribly because he adds a certain amount of chaos to get people to move. I have found that I cannot get them to bite on the hook for the next storyline at all.
What are you talking about? We were all separate areas looking at the different things. We needed to get back together and actually
Yeah.
discuss over brunch after
Her
I finished,
session.
after my session of
Education.
education. Possibly looking into some files if I can get into the
Thanks.
office of the butler, but that's probably not
Yes.
going to happen. But we were planning on having brunch and actually discussing which path we wanted to take. We are, I think,
Right.
interested. It was just happened to be that we were all separated from each other, so couldn't make a decision.
I was just
Yeah.
making
You're so
Um,
mean.
but yeah, Ned definitely has a place to show up and cause more chaos.
Yes.
because I've been gone for a month and I have no idea what's going on anywhere.
Okay, I am
Well,
going to stop the
also
broadcast, by the
Salt
way.